Hello everyone, in this video I'll be explaining you the problem Mex Max. So this was asked in Atto round 1 code forces for division 1 and 2. So let's read out the problem and then I'll be explaining you on the board. So you are given an array A consisting of n non-negative integers. However, some elements of A are missing. They are represented by -1. So the missing elements that are represented by -1. We define that the array is good if and only if the following holds for every I which is greater than equals to 1 and lesser than equals to n minus 2. So here they have considered one based indexing, that's why. So what they're saying is max operation of ai plus 1, ai plus 2, I mean among these three numbers. So it should be equivalent to maximum element among these three minus minimum element among these three. So and max of b denotes the minimum exclude max star of the integer b. So don't worry, I'll be telling you what is this max. So you have to determine whether you can make a good after replacing -1 with a with non-negative integer. So basically we'll have to find if we can make the array good or not. So let's take first I mean they have given 8 examples. Let's take the first example wherein 3 elements are there, all are -1. So in first example n is 3 and all the array elements are -1, which means till now we don't have any element. Let me first again explain you what is a problem statement. In problem statement what they have given is they have given us max of something. So max of, let's say, some subarray. In this case our subarray will be 3 elements. Basically three elements will be taking. If it has more elements, so only three elements that will be taking, because they have given this a of I plus 1 and a of I plus 2. So this indicates 3 elements. So max of this subarray will be that element. Let's say now these elements are 0, 1, 2. So this is very, I mean, non-zero non-negative elements, right? So next element among these 3 elements is next is 3, right? Now if you consider 1, 2 and 3, so 0 we have, but next is 1 we don't have, so max is 1 basically, right? So it is the number starting with 0 till infinity and which does not have in the subarray what we are considering, that is basically max operation. So I think you guys are clear with the max operation, and max operation is as usual among the subarray which is the maximum element, and min operation is among the subarray which is minimum element. So what now they are saying is that if you try to uh, wherever you have -1, you try to put non-negative integers. Non-negative integers means it starts from 0 till infinity. So you can put anything. Now let's try to put all the zeros. If you put all zeros, what will happen is that, so here max operation will be like 3 element substitution. Max operation will be like next element we have, it will start from 0 and 0 we have in the subarray. Next we'll take 1 which is not there, so max of this subarray 0, 0, 0 is basically 1. And what is the maximum? Maximum element is 0. What is minimum? Minimum is 0 among these 3. And if you try to take minimum minus maximum, that is 0 minus 0, which is 0. So clearly you can see that max operation is not equals to max minus min. So in this case your answer will be no, but we have considered only 0. So let's try to take other elements. Now if you try to take all ones, our minimum maximum element will be 1 and 1, but your max operation will be, it is starting from 0, right? It will start from 0. We will see in the array we don't have 0, so it is 0. And now if you take maximum minus minimum, it is 1 minus 1, which is 0. So now if you see clearly, max is equals to maximum minus minimum. So this is one of the value that you can put 111. Now are these only values that is possible? It is not. So if you take any value, let's say all the values are same, k, k, k. So in that case, your minimum will be k only, maximum will be k only, and your max operation will always be 0. Why? If it is if k is greater than 0 means in that case this holds good. Max is always 0, and your minimum maximum will be k minus k, which is 0. So if you put all the numbers as same, so in that case, uh, like we can make array good. So if you can make array good, so in that case you'll have to print yes, right? So this was one of the example. So let's understand the second example. So here the output they have printed as yes, which is correct. Let's try to take this one. So we have these elements, right? So in this case, now what you will be doing is you will be choosing on this subarray. So from the previous example you understood is that if all the elements are same, then that is a good subarray only. Now let's try to take this one. So 1 1 1, this is also all same, so that is fine. Now if you try to take this one, so now here from 1 1 0, this is one of the subarray. From this, minimum is 0, maximum is 1. So minimum minus maximum will be 1 minus 0, which is 1. And what is your max operation of this? So max here will be, it will start from 0, so 0 is there. It will go to next element, which is 1, which is also there in the subarray. So it will be next element, which is 2. So in this case, if you see 2 is not equals to 1, so in this case you will have to return no. And since there is no minus 1, in this subarray, so you can't uh, insert any non-negative number. So clearly one thing you will have to understand is that from this problem, if all elements are same, then like you will be getting these like good array. If all elements are not same, then it is not possible. Also, if let's say you have all 0 elements, in this case also your answer will not be possible, because if you choose this all 0, so minimum minus maximum will be 0 minus 0 0, but since max will be 1 in this case, right? When so it is not equal, 1 is not equal to 0. So from the array, if you try to think of no matter you take anything, like let's say one more example, let's take, we have 1 2 and 3 as one of the subarray. So here maximum is 3, minimum is 1, and which is equals to 2. But your max operation here, your max operation will be, since it starts from 0, so 0 is not there, so that will be 0. So like any element you take, whatever element you take, so this will not satisfy. Only in case of all the array elements being same, and in case of this also, like let me take the third example as well and understand. So third one we have is 5 5 1 minus 5 5. So let's understand this one also. So 2 times 5 here, sorry. So this is a subarray. Now if you try to take this one, right, so what will happen now? 5 minus 1, this is maximum minus minimum, which is 4, but your max operation is basically 0, which is not equal. So even if one subarray does not satisfy, so your array is not a good array. So I think you guys are getting. So one thing is that all the elements has to be same, and no matter any element you take, 1 0 1 or 0 1 0 or 1 1, this is same, so in this case it will be valid, but in this case it is not valid, because we have 0 1, but your max will be 2, but your minimum maximum will be 1. If you take this again, again max will be 2 and minimum minus maximum will be 1, which are not equal. So and also in case of 0 0 0, your min max will be 0, but your max will be 1, so which are not equal. So even if you try to replace anything here, it will not be valid, because first 3 triplet is only not valid. So you will not be checking. So again, let me take other example and conclude. Now we have here minus 1 minus 1 minus 1. So you have minus 1 0 and minus 1. So you are thinking is that since apart from minus 1 all the elements are same, which means you have only one element which is same, but it is 0. Like even if you try to replace this element with 0, and as we know, like all the three zeros will not satisfy, right? They will not satisfy. Now let's try to replace with 1, but it will not satisfy here again because max will be 2. So from this we can conclude is that all elements of the array except minus 1, because we can make this minus 1 to that same element. What do I mean is that all the elements of the array except minus 1 should be same, not only with except minus 1, it is except 0 also. Like if all the elements are, let's say, a, and minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 you have here, also minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 you have, so you can make these elements as a, and and it will be a good array. But if you try to make if it is, let's say, 0, a is 0, so in that case it is not valid, because like I said in this example, your max will be 1 but minimum minus maximum will be 0. So this is condition. So I think you guys got to know how to solve this. So basically we had to figure it out this way. So first thing is that they'll give n, we'll take n and we'll take one vector. Okay, let's not take vector because we will not be requiring it, since I have concluded all the elements has to be same. So we'll take one boolean variable same, which will be true initially, and let's take one value which is minus 1 starting because all the elements in the array are from 0 to infinity, I mean some 10 power 5, but minus 1 indicates that we will have to fill that value. So that's why I'm starting with value minus 1. I'll take one more variable temp, in which I'll be taking values one by one. So I'll take in this temp value, I'll check if this temp is not equals to minus 1, because when temp is minus 1, for that element we will not be checking because we'll have to fill that value. And when temp is not minus 1, so we'll come into this loop and we'll check if value is minus 1, which means we'll this is the first value, non minus value in the array that you have got. So you will initialize that value to temp value, right? Else means we have some value and we'll have to check here. We have that value. If that value is not equals to temp, which means we have got no two different values, so this same value will be false. And once we come out of the loop, we'll check if we have same, and which means same is true, and this value shouldn't be equals to 0 as I showed on the board. If it is 0, then in that case max is 1 and minimum is maximum is 0, so it is not a good array. So we will have to return yes, else you'll have to return no. Let's try to run the code. So yeah, it got accepted. Let's try to submit it. Where is it? This, I think we can't submit right now because context is going on. So yeah, if you guys basically like I can't submit right now, so if you guys basically try to submit this code, it will be getting accepted. So yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. I think in this way you could have solved the problem. So it was easy only. So basically we had to find out all the elements in the array except -1 and 0 are same. So yeah, thank you guys for watching the video.